Okay, 3 months ago, I got a random email from somebody asking if I wanted to go spend 3 days learning from one of the best companies in the world. Honestly, I initially thought about passing. I didn't really know much about it, and I was like, is this real? What is this? What goes on at it? But in the spirit of saying yes to things and continually learning, I decided to go and see what would happen. That company was Sony, and this is my experience spending 72 hours at Sony's camera camp. There's this 16 to 30. Take it for a day. There you go. Thank you, bro.
I feel like every time we sit here, and we're really excited that you're here.
JT.
The first night was very casual. Welcome dinner, people introducing themselves. Everybody has a little bit of nerves going to camp, no matter who you are. So I tried to just go out of my way and say hello to as many people as possible. And then we went to bed because the next day they said was going to be a big announcement. Okay, here's a little tip that I want to say. When you travel, move your body, get up and go on a walk, bring some bands and do something light. It helps you start your day with some sort of consistency and some sort of routine that will make you feel better in the day. So I always bring bands with me, and that's typically how I start my day. I'm getting ready to go to the announcement of some new camera that they're launching. So there's a keynote for it. The people that are at this camp are so legit. Like, the creators that are here are some of the best in the world. They're legit, which can be, which I'm like walking around, I'm like, dude, how did I even get invited to this thing? Like, I do feel like I'm a legit creator, but for like us, as somebody for Sony, everybody that's here is like either has a cinema background or is like a huge YouTuber. So it's cool. I'm like really inspired, and I'm learning a lot, even from just last night sitting with people. So I'm very excited for today. And my goal with this whole weekend is going to be to just meet people, make relationships, and learn. Here we go. Good morning.
How are you?
So good. How are you? So I'm currently in the auditorium, and they are about to announce the new camera. They have all of us creators in here, and the Sony team is about to come out and talk and share all different info about this new camera and what we can expect from it.
And we're really excited that you're here and get to spend this time with you.
The B cam or a C cam that's using an Alpha 7S3 or an FX3, etc. And it's perfectly nestled right in between all of our other ZV cameras because we have an entire lineup. Little things on the camera that make it unique, like having a great onboard microphone, like having tally lamps, like being able to have a really good multi-interface shoe for professional audio.
They just told us that we all get to try one of these cameras out for the rest of the week, so we're all grabbing our own bag of our camera. JT. JT.
Thank you so much.
Joe, I have yours over here. Oh, right there. I was like,
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, this is their camera they just announced. Sick. All right, so they have all of these cameras that you can rent and lenses that you can rent that people are checking out and renting, taking for a day, taking for the week. And I'm also going to try a couple of these out, see which ones I want to use. Now a lot of people are testing out the new camera and just seeing how it performs and giving it little reviews after we all just got one as a loaner to try out for the week. These are the lenses that I just rented. There's this 16 to 35, and then this other one that the dude was telling me I need to try is, I think this is a newer one, 16 to 25, 2.8. And they both are really light. Like in my hand here, they look a little big, but they're both really light and really small, kind of the similar size of what I'm using right now. I'm gonna try this one first. All right, I'm back in my room after getting that new camera. This is it right here. The Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. I'm learning a lot about cameras while I'm here, and I feel like I'm at a point right now where I know that I'm in a period of leveling up my content, of learning a lot, of hearing a lot of just different people's information and the way that they shoot things. And I know that my content is leveling up, and that doesn't even necessarily mean in a cinematic way. It just means I'm doing more with my videos. I'm doing long form. I'm learning about my style. I'm learning about what I want to make for you guys. And so being at a camp like this around legitimately the best creators in the world and seeing how they all do it and how serious they take it and just how they operate with their craft is very interesting for me and has been really fun. So they just came out with this camera, and it's a new one, ZV-E10 Mark II. To be honest with you, I don't think that I would gonna change from the camera that I'm using right now, which is the Sony ZV-E1. I love that camera, but I am trying out new lenses like this one that I'm shooting on right now, and just the way that people film their stuff. Like, there's people here with cameras that are this big, and then there's people here that are using little pocket cameras like this one, and they're just talented at it. So I'm very curious right now. I'm learning, and I think you always should be learning. It's how you get better at your craft.
Tell me what you waiting for. I just wanna love you.
There you go. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Tell me what you waiting for.
What we did this morning was I woke up and went and got coffee, and then we went to this big announcement. They released the whole thing. Everybody is filming content around the new camera launch. And then when you're done with when we were done with the camera launch, they have stands where you can go and rent gear for the rest of the weekend, whatever.
Oh, that's cool.
So they have all their different cameras, they have all their different lenses, so you can try different things out. So I went and got 2 different lenses because I love the camera that I have, but I want to try 2 different lenses that aren't that big.
Wait, fun.
I know, it's sick. So everybody's
That's
trying out
such a cool idea.
different lenses and stuff, and then they have gear technicians, so people that help you with your camera, give you tips, give you ideas. Honestly, I think you would really enjoy it. I think you would have really enjoyed it.
Oh, wow. I mean, it sounds like
really
honestly
cool.
so fun.
It feels like it's a hockey camp in the sense of everybody's just really good at what they do. There's no competing or anything, but just you're around all of the people that are in the same kind of industry as you, and just getting to learn from each other and see how other people do their thing. So seeing other people creating is kind of like me going to a hockey camp and seeing other hockey players on the ice. So I'm walking around and seeing these little YouTubers that are that have millions of people following them, and they're the best in the world, and I'm getting to see them actually film the way that they film shit, and it's just they're very meticulous.
What's that mean?
Detailed, smart, clever with the way that they look at a room, and they're okay, this angle from this side is gonna look this way, and I know that I'm gonna be able to film it in that way. So they're just really smart at the vision for their videos. It's been cool. We're about to do some sort of race. I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but we're gonna see.
So what I want to do is this. I wanted to randomize it, if that's cool with you guys, unless you guys want to you want to roll with your squad.
They're defending champions.
All right, so how about this? I like that. If you guys can get into groups, let's say of 6 to 7 people, all right, and then we're gonna see where we're at. How many people on the reigning champs?
Sorry?
How many people are on your team?
4, right? Yeah, 4.
Do you want to take any new people?
You're recruiting?
Reigning champs. I'm gonna look. You clearly have all the clout here, so it's up to you. It's up to you.
I need a
You got
Anyone
it.
else
A
got
wristband?
on the team?
Yes.
Who needs to be on a team? Come on over here.
We've got 4.
Do you need a team member?
Yes.
Are you going to be a part of our team?
Okay.
Okay, you have one. You want to join? Wow, another JT. My name's JT too. How we doing? Here you go, brother.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
Thank you. I like totally.
Okay, do you need a bracelet?
We got green and we got blue right here.
Let's go, blue.
2, 1.
Blue.
The blue team, the only one excited about their team.
Let's go.
Here's how this is going to work. Your team is going to be going on The Amazing Race. Who has seen The Amazing Race on television? Oh, it's a great show, right? This is nothing like that. Okay? Here's the reason, a couple reasons why it's different. One, you're not going to win $1 million, but the main reason why this is different, the one on TV, it's about who finishes first. This Amazing Race is about which team scores the most points while you're out on the race course, okay? While you are out racing, your team is going to be armed with a Sony camera and a race packet. In a second, I'm going to tell you what's in the packet. But before I do, let me tell you about your Sony camera. Your team, one camera on your team is what's going to be used. If you want to switch up the videographer, that's fine, but you have to use the same camera. Basically, we have 4 teams here, which means at the end of this event, I'm going to be collecting 4 cameras to score. All right, packet to each person. Do not open these yet. Do not open
Thank
these
you.
yet.
Thank you. Team.
Sony camera camp! Wait. The race starts right now.
All right, so the gist of it was you had to go and take photos and videos at certain places after solving a riddle around the hotel. And our team was like, we're taking this serious, we want to win, let's get after it. I love winning, so I'm hoping that we're in first place. We just finished. Now they tally everything up, and then they told us they will tell us the winner at the end of camp.
I'll take it.
So I want to switch gears to something a little bit more serious. It wasn't all fun and games. There was 2 specific conversations that I loved when I was there. One was called Share and Learn, where you all sat in a room like this, and anybody could share anything that they're going through creatively or wanted to hear from other creators and learn. And this was a really awesome conversation to take part in.
So I guess to start off, for anyone who doesn't know, I've been a creator since 2006. I was also one of the first people that started streaming on what was Justin.tv, but it was Twitch, which turned into Twitch later. And I've been creating 2 videos since also 2006. So this whole journey, I've seen so many things. Has questions?
Yeah, my name is Vanessa, and just on the topic of video editing, because I haven't edited my videos in like years, because I outsourced it right away, and I've had really good success with sites like Upwork. And I like it because I can see like what my budget is and how much they cost already from the gate, get a sample of their work. But what I typically will do is I will do a test project. So I will have like 5 different editors that I've selected, give them all the same test project for like a 1-minute clip or a 2-minute clip, write a brief for it, kind of like this is what I'm looking for. Here are some like other creators' videos that I really would love to emulate, or like this about those videos. I set a budget of like, $200 or $100, doesn't matter, like whatever hours it would take to edit. I think that would have them edit that video. They all come back and there's like 1 round of review, so I can see if they're good with feedback. I can see if they understand my vibe. And then from there, you kind of narrow it down to like that one editor that you really like. And that's kind of how I found success with finding editors before fully committing to someone. And then once I have that editor, NDA, make sure they sign all of that. But I also use Frame.io. So what I would do is after I'm done filming, I'll put the memory card in my computer, drop everything in Frame.io. The editor will then come back with the first draft, put it on Frame.io. I watch the video in like 3x speed if I can, and like put all of my edits, all of my commentary, and it's like a back and forth process on Frame.io. And then again, like, it takes time to kind of build that relationship with the editor, so don't expect the first video to be perfect. But what I've found is after a few months, my feedback becomes less and less and less and less because they just get it. And if they don't get it, then you probably need a new editor.
So that was the first conversation I thought was really cool. You know, creators, it's hard to get a lot of creators in the same place and be able to exchange information. So the dinners and the lunches and the breakfasts over these 3 days, along with those conversations, was just a lot of time like asking people, what are you working on? How are you going about this? And getting that kind of feedback was really cool. That was the first conversation. The second conversation was a lot more intimate. It was a fireside chat, and it was much more about like if there's anything you need to get off your chest or how you're doing. And I also thought that was awesome.
I feel like every time we sit here and it just feels like a very intimate kind of conversation, and we just start kind of, letting things go, things you might not want to talk about online, or you feel that your audience might judge you for. It's a safe space, and so we can let you guys film now, but we like to have it offline. Yes. So
what we ended up doing was going around the entire circle and saying something that we're really grateful for about the creator world. Since you guys weren't there, I will tell you mine. I am super grateful for the ability to take an idea from my head or my heart and put it onto a platform that is free and have it potentially be seen by 10, 50, 100, 1,000, a million people. Our parents did not have that opportunity. They would have had to pay an advertisement company or a TV network or a radio station to be able to get their thoughts and ideas heard. So I don't take that for granted. I think it's incredible, and I want to use that to the fullest of my abilities to bring my message to the world and be able to meet more people like you that are listening. So I'm super grateful for that, and thanks if you listen to this. Now let's take you back to the most important part of the entire video, where they announce the winners of the competition at the final dinner.
We're gonna start with 4th place.
It's like it's us, JT.
In 4th place with 3,175 points. The orange team.
Orange team.
Third place
Were we on Colt's
with
team?
3,325 points. The purple team.
Wow. Let's go. Blue.
Was that your team?
No, we were lost.
Killed it, guys. Killed it. Okay, and now we are between the 2nd and the 1st place.
Oh my god.
It was a difference of 125 points. One team had 3,500. The other team had 3,625 points. Drum roll, please.
Wait, is this the winner?
The winner of the 2024 Camera Camp Amazing Race is the blue team.
Let's go! Oh! Let's go!